On today's episode of the Daily Caller podcast. It's good to be a Democrat. Rich liberals give you jobs you aren't qualified for and pay you a lot of money to do them. For 8 years, Hollywood slobbered over Barack and Michelle Obama, donating millions upon millions of dollars to his campaigns. But hero worship and saliva glands don't end just because a presidential term does. So liberals found a way to keep the Brinks trucks full of money rolling and continue to empower the Obamas to preach the very liberal politics voters rejected after 8 years of attempted implementation, make them Hollywood producers. Listen to the show. Most former presidents exit the public stage gracefully, but the Obamas have decided they're too important to give up the spotlight, so they've signed a deal with Netflix to produce reality shows, documentaries, that will likely make Michael Moore seem like an honest storyteller, and whatever else they feel like. Of course, they have no experience producing entertainment programming, but that doesn't matter. The multi-year deal will net them untold millions of dollars, likely shower them with more awards for simply existing, and give them the chance to indoctrinate people well into the future. The crew at Good Morning America could hardly contain their excitement at the announcement, with Robin Roberts announcing, "We need that kind of programming. We really do," without having any real idea of what that programming will be. It did so, oddly, to some weird rave music blasting in the background. Because who doesn't want pulsing techno music blasting in the background of their news at 7 a.m.? We mock it all. It's good to be a liberal. President Donald Trump is perfectly playing North Korea possibly backing out of the summit next month. In The Art of the Deal, Trump said you should always be prepared to walk away from any deal, and he demonstrates that and why it's an important option to keep open here. We explain. California wants to give government-funded health insurance to illegal aliens because A. liberals prefer illegal aliens to Americans, and B. they would cut off their nose to spite their face to oppose President Trump. In the name of the Wasn't California supposed to fall into the ocean at some point? It was supposed to happen because of an earthquake, but maybe it will happen because they've buried themselves in debt and suicidal liberal policies? West Hollywood is awarding Stormy Daniels their key to the city Wednesday and declare it Stormy Daniels Day. Where she'll stick the key and whether or not Stormy Daniels Day comes with free penicillin shots for everyone remains to be seen. The forecast for the ceremony is pretentious and sticky. The Associated Press announced the results of the Texas Democratic gubernatorial primary runoff yesterday by declaring the winner an openly gay Hispanic former sheriff, who is also Latina. What they didn't bother to mention in their opening paragraph of the story is her name, Lupe Valdez, because to liberals you are your race, gender, sexual orientation, and whatever other identity politics labels you can slap on someone before you are an individual. Screen capture from the Associated Press. The son of disgraced former Congressman John Conyers, Demi, failed to get enough legal signatures to get on the ballot to take over his father's congressional seat, according to a judge who tossed his name off the ballot. It would have been history's easiest electoral victory, but the aspiring moron couldn't bring himself to do the bare minimum to secure himself the seat. He's going to appeal the ruling, and it's Detroit, so he'll probably win and the city can expect the same failed leadership his father provided for more than 50 years. Retiring Representative Luis Gutierrez is still spending money on his campaign, even though he's not running. Well, he's spending money on his wife. Sarita Gutierrez has been paid $60,000 since January, and $430,000 over the last few years to be the treasurer of the campaign that doesn't exist. Luis hasn't faced a serious challenge his entire career, but that hasn't stopped him from raising tons of money and giving a large percentage of it to his wife. When President Trump talks about the corruption in the swamp, this is a big part of what he means. Finally, the world's biggest loser lost his battle to keep living with his parents. Michael Rotundo, 30, refused to move out of his parents' house, so they took him to court. They won yesterday and Michael will have to leave, though he does plan on appealing. Rotundo thinks he's entitled to 6 months' notice, but will settle for 30 days. The judge thinks he can do better than that. Rotundo claims to own a business, but refuses to say what that business is. Why does it feel like it involves action figures? Here is the real-life version of the comic book guy from The Simpsons explaining. The Daily Caller podcast is a daily look and mocking of the news from a conservative perspective. Hosted by Derek Hunter, it is available in audio form Monday to Thursday and will have a video option on Fridays. Derek Hunter is a columnist and contributing editor for The Daily Caller and author of Outrage, Inc., How the Liberal Mob Ruined Science, Journalism, and Hollywood, from HarperCollins, available June 19. Pre-order a copy here, send compliments and complaints to via email protected, or follow him on Twitter at @DerekHunter. Tags: Barack Obama, Daily Caller Podcast, Donald Trump, Hollywood, John Conyers, Luis Gutierrez, Media Bias, Michelle Obama, Netflix, North Korea, Stormy Daniels.